Taurus, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to start here with your current energy, find out what's happening in your world. Tell me about your past. And your near future. And your hopes or fears. Let's see if we can get one card on your hopes or fears. Okay, looking here at bottom of the deck. Okay, this does not surprise me at all. So we have the Nine of Swords down here. Let me see if I can get it out of the light. So you're definitely going through something. I can see that here in the cards. I can also feel it too. I'm trying to pinpoint exactly what this energy is that I'm feeling. It almost feels like this was a long time coming. This was something that needed to happen, whatever this is. It does feel like there's a chapter that's closing, but it's not closing in a way that's kind of peaceful and maybe even pleasant. It just feels very opposite that. Your current energy, 10 of Swords, influenced by the 9 of Wands. So a lot of conflict here, a lot of anxiety. This is talking about this troubled ending. There's this cycle that's been closing for you, and this has not been an easy one. Not at all. 8 of Swords, so you've definitely been up in your head thinking about the situation, and the universe is actually encouraging you to process what's happened here. Don't hold on to specific things. You might be inclined to overthink, or maybe if I had responded differently, or if I had said something differently, done something differently. Don't think that way. Kind of allow yourself to go through this grieving process and then move on. Because it doesn't feel like anything that you would have done different would have changed the outcome here. This was always meant to be. This was always meant to close. This chapter was not meant for you. There was a point in time where it was, but that lesson you've already learned. That the purpose has already passed. Page of Swords, this does feel like you had a conversation with another person. This is probably what triggered the closure. It feels more like it came from you. You might have been the one to initiate this conversation, or if you weren't the one to initiate, and really either way, this was a time where you really said your piece. You really made it very clear what you were thinking, what you were feeling. You made it very clear here. So down in your strength position, this Knight of Cups was showing up in the reverse, but really funny. I just tried to pick it up and it went flipped upright. So for some of you, it's going to be in the reverse. For some, that it's going to be upright. And what this is about is like this just ability to be open to something new. So some of you may be open to something new and some of you may not be. You're waiting for yourself to process everything fully before you decide to try again or try like a new person or whatever this is. I do see here in the near future, we have the sun. This is very positive energy, Leo energy. There's a lot of, it's better days. It's a better mindset coming your way. So if you have been stuck in this negative headspace, allowing yourself to process so you can move on is going to be really beneficial for you. This was something that has been a long time coming. So I'm getting the Judgment card in reverse. So this could have been something where you made the decision previously to end a connection or end some sort of communication with another person, but it didn't happen right away. There was definitely some sort of time delay where it wasn't ready to finally close until recently. And now that it is closing or has closed for you, now's the time that you're going to start kind of like opening up this new chapter for you. There is this transformation that is taking place. It's both a hope and a fear here because it's change. It's something new. It's a new way of thinking, new way of acting. Sitting in your potential outcome, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this does indicate some sort of shift in the way that you're thinking. You're going to stop focusing on all the negativity and this chapter that's closing, and you're going to focus on the things that are within your control. What are those responsibilities that you have? What are your daily tasks? So let's start clarifying. 10 of Swords, 9 of Wands. We have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're moving away from this energy. Absolutely moving away from it. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. Nine of Cups in reverse. That's what you're thinking about. So right now you're thinking about like, well, I thought this was going to be what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. And so this is that grieving process. This is that focusing here and recognizing that this wasn't meant for you is going to help you overcome whatever pain is associated with this closing. Tell me about the Page of Swords. We have the Emperor here in reverse. Oh. So the person that you might have been dealing with could have been manipulative, controlling, definitely somebody, like I said, it felt like you were trying to end this a while back and then something happened and you weren't able to. And so it could have been that this other person really resisted the ending and you finally said enough is enough. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you're saying. This needs to end. Tell me about the Knight of Cups in reverse. Not surprising. I got two cards on this one. Oh, interesting. So I got the Death card in reverse and I also got the Tower. So this is going to be a complete mental shift for you here. This is a complete change in your circumstances. Today, you may not be ready for something new to come into your life, but there is going to be a period of time, if I can get the words out, where that is going to shift. There is going to be this transformation that takes place. It's a very uncomfortable one. You're actually going through it right now. But this is going to put you on a much more positive track in your life. Tell me about the Sun. Oh, and I have the Empress in reverse. Very interesting. The Emperor and the Empress are both out here in reverse. You are putting this person behind you. You're putting any kind of lost opportunity, lost potential that you may have thought existed at one time. You could be putting this behind you. Well, you are, because I can see you actually moving towards like a more positive way of being. Tell me about the Judgment in reverse. Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're the one that wanted this to end. For most of you. I'm sure there's some of you that that's not true, but Three of Wands. King of Wands. I'm getting the King and the Queen. I'm getting a lot of divine counterparts out here. This is a very strong movement for you. It comes back to that potential again. You might have seen the potential with another person, but what I really like about seeing both the King and the Queen of Wands out here is that you've had more control. You've had more say in this than you even realized. And you finally figured that out and are now kind of stepping into your own power, and you're putting any kind of manipulation that would have been happening from this other person, you're putting it behind you. You can't change what happened, but you can change your reaction. Tell me about Death. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So that this is actually you wanting things to be different. You want a change. You want a change in circumstances. And if that means a change in your behavior, you're all for it, because you don't want to keep going back into old patterns here. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Right now, you're just focused on what you want, what you need, and you're not really giving to another person. And that's perfectly fine. I mean, you're on a journey for yourself in order to better yourself. So Taurus, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.